Okay. Happy Thursday, August 6th. We have survived this far, which is super, super exciting. I'm so excited. We are so glad each and every one of you are here, whether you be live, whether you be listening into the recording. Thank you so much for your time. So I want to start by introducing Dana. I just met her through someone else in our community, and that's one of the biggest things that I love with this entire system is that not only has it helped me like mentally, physically, emotionally, all these different things, it's also brought a community of women my way who I never would have met if it wasn't for this incredible opportunity. So just so you guys know, Dana helps people optimize their health and energy holistically, which I love. She's been doing this for 15 years as a health and wellness and combined 20 years as a mentor. She's a former educator and coaching. She's a mother. She's an athlete. And you guys, this girl has won 3 first place titles at the LA Fit Expo and is a fitness cover model. Like, holy smokes. First of all, I'm darling over you. Second of all, I love that. And Dana truly teaches people how to overcome their limiting beliefs and how to manifest their destiny, which I think is something that's so needed. So first and foremost, Dana, I'm so happy you're here, and I can't wait for everyone to hear your story.
Thank you, Candace. It was such a lovely introduction. I really appreciate you reaching out. I love that we were able to connect through our community. We do have, as Candace was saying, a very, very connected community, and you never know who you're going to meet, the conversations that you're going to have. However, it's with the guarantee that we're all like-minded individuals because we're all here to serve. We're all here to share something beautiful that we have discovered. And I know personally, it has provided a life and a lifestyle that I didn't even know was possible. So when I started with Isagenix, I was a busy mom. I was working 3 jobs at the time, and I saw the opportunity with Isagenix immediately and took it on as a 4th entity. However, really standing as a fitness professional, wanted to be a product of the products. You know, I wasn't going to recommend something that I didn't give a try myself. So with that, I was at a point in my life where I was working out about 5 to 7 days a week because one of my jobs was as a fitness professional. However, every time I'd look in the mirror, I'd see the same exact body. And I just chalked it up. I'm like, I am almost 35 years old. I've had a baby. I'm Italian. I'm big boned. It's my genes. I'm always going to have thicker thighs and a bigger booty. So I figured, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to put these products to the test, right? So about 3 to 4 days later, the first thing that I noticed was that my energy really skyrocketed and I started to sleep more soundly. So I knew that something was happening within my body. And I already thought my nutrition was somewhat on track, but I'm gluten-free and vegan. So I've streamlined a lot. So the nutrition went to work right away. And my body was responding, and I knew that. About 2 weeks later, I stepped on the scale and nothing was really happening. And I called my mentor, Eden Slobin, and she said, go and get the tape measure out. Because of course, when you start, you take your measurements. And I took the tape measure out, went around my legs, and I was like 1.5 inches around my thigh. And then I put it around my booty and my hips. And I was like 1.5 inches around my hips. Like, this is the spot. Like, this is the stubborn area. It never moves. So I was elated. And that just, you know, kept the momentum going. And by the end of the month, I had released on the scale 8 pounds of toxic fat. It was really probably about like 10, 11. Because what happened was, because I was working out, I converted to lean muscle mass so quickly. And I was actually at an Isagenix event, and someone noticed me and asked me if I was a fitness competitor. And I said, no, you know, I've never done that before. Like, are you interested in doing it? I'm like, kind of, I'm not sure. And they said, well, there's this event, you know, it's going to be like 3 months from now. And if you train for it, I bet, you know, you do a great job. So I said, okay. And I took the flyer, and fast forward 3 months later, I ended up changing nothing but my nutrition, because as a busy mom, I didn't have any extra time to put in the gym. I wasn't going to measure out the macros and the micros and, you know, just go crazy with it. I literally just utilized Isagenix, and 3 months later found myself walking across the stage at the LA Fit Expo at 3 first place titles, and the opportunity to be on a cover of a fitness magazine, which was a childhood dream of mine ever since I was a little girl. So this system has been such a blessing for me, for my family, for that opportunity. And then to be able to really learn how to give back and share with others. So I've been with Isagenix now for 4 years. I have witnessed so many amazing transformations, have been able to use this as a vehicle to get people to where they see themselves at and where they are right now. This is a beautiful vehicle for bridging that gap, not only physically, but also financially. The company has such a generous compensation plan that has also allowed me to build my business in the side pockets of my day. It's like, how do you go from working 3 jobs and taking Isagenix on as a 4th entity to now being an entrepreneur, playing completely in the space of having time freedom and being able to be there for my son. It's a total life transformation. So that's my story. Thank you for allowing me to share, Candace.
Oh my gosh, I love that. First of all, the fact that you are on a fitness magazine, please tell me that you have that like framed or put somewhere in your house.
I don't.
What? Why? I think that's it's like if I like aspired to something so great, I'd be like, everyone that would come in, I'd be like, this is my shrine of myself. I have been on a magazine. Look how fabulous I am. I love that. Well,
I'm gonna do it now. I like that idea.
Yeah, why not? You have to like show people your accomplishments. You worked hard for that. It deserves to be seen by everyone. I love that. Well,
Thank you.
First of all, I love hearing your story. I love being able to listen to what other people have gone through and be able to hear how they were able to take the challenges that they were given and turn them into a success, which is fantastic. So for those of you who don't necessarily know my story, I have been yo-yo dieting probably my entire life. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with a condition called polycystic ovarian syndrome. And basically what that is my body had over 50 cysts on each of my ovaries, which is insane. It means my reproductive glands were kind of shot, but what else came with that was hypothyroidism, insulin resistance, the lack of having a period, not able to ovulate. So my body wasn't working in proper cycle, if you will, as how it was designed. So during that time, I was building up so much inflammation, so much water weight. My body wasn't able to actually digest. It wasn't able to actually process all of the things that it's supposed to do on its own. So several years ago, I did a hormone test and it told me all these things that were wrong with me, right? My body was low in estrogen, extremely high in testosterone, and I was incapable of building progesterone, meaning I wouldn't ever be able to have children, which for me was super hard. I'm Italian, just as Dana is, and I dream of a huge family because that's what I'm used to. Like I'm used to being like having everyone over and feeding them and all of those things. And so as you can see in the first photo, I was extremely inflamed in so many possible areas, in my stomach, in my back, in my arms, in my legs. I wasn't able to like get rid of anything that was happening. And so I had been put on over $1,000 a month of supplements that I was putting into my body, but my body wasn't capable of breaking those supplements down. So what was happening is I was essentially just paying for expensive pee for like a year because I was just, cleansing them right out. And then they said, you know what, let's put her on shots. Let's break these pills down to liquid. Then your body doesn't have to do anything. It just has to absorb it. So I was giving myself 2 shots a day, once in the stomach, once in the butt. And y'all, that got old so quickly. I started building up scar tissue and different things like that. And it worked for a few months where I would see an increase of energy. And then after a while, it's like my body almost became accustomed to the glutathione and the other types of supplements I was giving myself. And I started to level out and plateau back into my old habits in the sense of my body gaining weight again, being super lethargic, not having like the emotional capacity to get through a day, which was so sad. I would cry at anything that would happen. It was like the smallest thing, like the light would turn green and I would start crying because I wasn't ready to go yet. Like pathetic things that made me feel like I was going crazy. Then they put me on hormone creams, and you guys, one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. They had tried everything. So when my girl Toria was like, hey, you know what? I want you to try this system. It is literally no risk, no foul. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. Let me just put these products in your body and let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, if it's not for you, it's not for you, but you can send it back and get your money back. And for me, that was like the most enticing thing because at this point I had spent so much money on everything. The fact that I could try something, and if it wasn't for me, I'd be able to, get compensated back for what I put into it. That was a no-brainer. So if you look at the picture, like the first and second photo between week 1 and week 4, that was my first 30 days. And in my first 30 days, for me, I was able to release over 15 pounds and, like Dana was saying, 12 inches overall. I looked at my stomach, and in my hips and in my hips alone, I had lost 4 inches. And in my stomach, I had lost, I think it was like 2.5. And my clothes started fitting better. I started realizing that at the end of the day, I had abundant energy to keep going. I wasn't like sitting on the couch, flopping, turning on Netflix, just like vegging out because I was so exhausted. I had like my brain fog was gone. It was like all these things that I thought I had to live through for the rest of my life had just dissipated. And I was given a new life. And it was so incredible. Then if you look at the third one, that's my 3 months, which is after 16 weeks where I'd completed something called the Body Challenge, where 1, you're rewarded with incredible results. 2, you're also rewarded with $200 of free product, which who doesn't want free anything? And 3, my energy just continued to skyrocket. And I need to update this photo because I've been on the product now for 7 months. The first day I put anything in my body was January 7th. So I'm almost right at the 7-month mark in tomorrow. And you guys, I can't imagine going a day without one of these things in my body. So I want to get into like some of the challenges that we all face, because even though we don't have the same lives, we don't have the same day to day, a lot of the challenges in retrospect to these 4 things are something that we're all doing. So when it comes to toxicity, that's such a hard word for me to say, what we eat, what we drink, what we breathe, what we absorb, it's obviously so much more than just what we're putting into our bodies in terms of like, are you eating nutritionally? I mean, what are you drinking? Like alcohol, water, what type of water? What are you breathing in? What are you absorbing? That's emotionally, that's all different things. That's like the lotions you're putting on your skin. I've learned so much this year about the toxicness of our environment in general. Not only what I'm eating, not only what I'm drinking, but the stress that I'm under. So that could be like good stress, whether it's physically by working out, emotional stress under, I mean, it's COVID right now. Our world, with everything that's going on, with the things that just happened yesterday or 2 days ago in Lebanon, there's so much emotional stress where we are always highly on the edge of our seat, not knowing what's going to happen next. And then tied to that financially, with COVID, I mean, I know for me in sales, I get paid on commission only, and so many people had to pull back their marketing spend just so that they could pay their employees their payroll. So there's so many things that are happening. A deficient food system. We have so many less nutrients now than we had generations ago. If you think about it, there's a stat that says our grandmas used to eat, in order to get the nutrients of 1 orange that our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers used to get, we would have to eat 9 oranges today to get that same nutrient-dense food. We're getting more processing that are going into our food. We're getting discouraged by slip-ups. I know for me, I am very much a type A and a driven person, but when I'm not at a perfection level, for me, I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, I have ruined everything. I have to start over. And what I've learned through this system more than anything from the community that we've both been talking about is that it is more progress over perfection, which has helped me when I have a slip up being like, oh God, I failed, because there's so many diets and stuff I've done before where I'm like, oh, I screwed up. I guess I have to start back over at day 1. Whereas this is like, you know what? No, just start over tomorrow into a new day, which is fantastic. So what I love is that a lot of our products have a no compromise commitment, which is incredible, because if you start really looking at the labeling of some of the products that you're eating, your mind may explode. So either do or don't, depending on who you are. So first of all of our stuff is backed by science and nature, which is incredible. We do a ton of responsible resourcing, meaning that we do regional type locations that minimize our global footprint, which I really appreciate. I'm not able to do the undenatured way because I'm intensely lactose intolerant, but I have heard that our way is some of the most tastiest, most nutritious, most digestible way that there is. It's all undenatured way from grass-fed pasteurized cows, which is incredible. What I love is everything is gluten-free, like Dana said, because I happen to be an Italian who is both lactose intolerant and have celiac. And y'all, that stinks really bad. But with that, these products are able to come in and accommodate all of the gaps that I was having to remove from my own life. I also love that we do a lot of rigorous quality testing, and all of our testing is third-party validated, meaning that we're not just taking our own word for it, we're outsourcing it to get other people's word for it too. So I want to discuss three of our like main pillars of products. Our first one is our shake. We've recently developed a whole blend shake. And you guys, this whole blend shake like changes the freaking game. First of all, it's got 24 grams of high quality protein. The one that we both do is the plant-based. So the plant-based is from fava beans, mung beans, and peas. You're getting 21 vitamins and minerals that are sourced from organic whole food vegetables, which first of all, whoa, I'm obsessed with these. I love the ones that we had, but these whole blend ones just like took it up to a notch. And then we also have like our original isolene shakes, which we're known for. They're incredible. They taste insane. I tried the birthday cake flavor before I realized even more so that I couldn't have the whey. And I was so disappointed that my body didn't like the whey because it tasted so freaking good. The next thing, once you shake up your life, we want to nourish your life. So the Cleanse for Life is really one of our first core products that we developed as a company. This is really like an oil change for your cells. So a lot of times when I hear the word cleanse, I freak out thinking I'm going to be like hugging the toilet the whole day, not going to be able to leave my house, pooping my brains out, whatever. That is not what this is. This is more of like a urinary cleanse where you're cleansing yourself through pee more than anything. What I love is that we do these cleanse days as a community. A lot of people do Cleanse Day Wednesday, so you're not having to do this alone. Again, you have constant support with you while you're going through everything. And I've noticed when I do cleanses that's really what's changed the game for me. My energy skyrockets I did mine yesterday, so that's why I'm like, yes, let's go. Like so much energy to last throughout everything because I feel like my body truly was given the rest that it deserved and desired. And
yeah.
Yes.
Can I share something with that as well?
Please do. Please do.
Skin is the biggest organ in your body. And during a cleanse day even, I get so many compliments on my skin. People are like, you're glowing. Like, do you ever get breakouts? I'm like, no.
It's so good. Yes.
Because it all starts from within. So when you're detoxing and you're allowing the toxic load to come out of your body, then you're really absorbing all those good nutrients and it heals all around, and your skin is a result of that. So it brings the body back into balance. Yeah. I just don't forget the glowing skin, especially for the ladies, because I know how important that is. Yeah.
Yeah. And our girl Sydney actually just posted on her personal Instagram, she's been on our products for 3 years now, and she had cystic acne. She was also, she was a professional bodybuilder. And so from the lack of nutrition she removed in order to get those gains, in order to get to the body composition she needed to in order for competition, she wasn't getting the nutrients she needed. So from that lack of nutrients, her body expressed that through intense acne. And since she's been consistent on our program and on our system, now she was posting pictures yesterday of no makeup, and it was like so creamy, so buttery. I wanted to pet her. I was like, look at you, girl. And she did a lot of other things she posted in her actual post about all the things that she did, but the biggest change was incorporating our nutrition system into her life. So to your point, I have noticed that too. Whenever I'm out on the cleanse day, people are like, are you glowing? What's happening? Like, you're like exuding glow. And I'm like, it's just a cleanse day. So I love the hair flip, yeah. So probably one of my most favorite products that we have is the Ionic Supreme. So for those of you who don't know, I work in sales and advertising for a media company. And right now it's crazy, right? Like there is never one day that is normal, sane, calm. It's like every day is the sky is falling, something is happening. So I wake up and this is literally the first thing I put into my body. What it does is if you're way too high, it brings you down. And if you're way too low, it brings you up. So it's truly nature's answer to daily stress. There are times I have this 2 times a day. There are more often times I have this 3 times a day. But it's like what I call it like my internal hot tub or spa. Whenever I have this, I become so zen. And it's not like I can't think right, but it's like all of my worries seem to just dissipate. And I don't even know how that happens or there's just so much in it that the adaptogens, I'm assuming, are what's causing me to just chill out. So for those of you who don't know what adaptogens are, they are literally just that, plants that are able to adapt in high stress functioning areas. So whether it be like your rainforest or your deserts or different things like that. So when you're ingesting those, your body is able to do the same. Dana, did you want to say anything at all about this product? Because I know this is like, especially for moms, a lot of people call this their mommy juice because it's just so amazing.
Oh yeah, I call it my Wonder Woman juice.
I love that.
Yep. And because of, as Candace was saying, the adaptogenic herbs, it literally will provide your body with what it's seeking at the time. So if you have it in the morning, it could be a great energizing booster. If you have it before workout, it's great for muscle recovery. That's actually what the adaptogenic herbs were originally used for. Not originally because they come from very deep roots in China. But, they were using them in Russia for athletes and for their muscle recovery. So it can really support you in beating that muscle fatigue and allows your recovery period to shorten. So it's like really amazing. And then if you have it at night, it can actually put you to sleep. It can support you in your sleep. So it's the same exact thing. As Candace was saying, the adaptogenic part of it is that it can give you the energy, or it can settle you down, or it can support you with muscle recovery. So really amazing type of tea. And you can have it hot or cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say it tastes amazing. In the morning I started putting it into my shakes, so I incorporate it into my breakfast, and it's like my body's just getting one giant goodness of all the things mixed into one, which I love. So I want to go over a little bit into your day, because a lot of people ask me, like, did you stop eating food? Like, what the heck? And here's the thing. Remember, we are both Italian. I'm a foodie to the freaking core, and I am never going to give up my food. First of all, like I say, I start with my adaptogenic tea or my Ionic Supreme. I always have a shake in the morning because my body wakes up craving these things. Like, I never thought that I would be that person like, give me a shake, but here I am. And so I mix coffee in with my shakes. Now I mix other things in it. When I first did it for the 30 days, I was very strict about just doing water and ice, allowing the system to work its magic. Now that I'm more at maintaining stage, I've added peanut butter, honey, whatever it may be, to just kind of sweeten it up and give it its own little flair. Snacks can be anything from our suite of 100 products of snacks with isogenic, or having a healthy snack yourself. Then I always have a shake at lunch as well, because I am busy on the go. And the fact that I can make a shake in 30 seconds max and be able to like be out the door has been such a game changer for my busy lifestyle. And then I have another snack, and then at dinner, depending on what your personal goals are, we recommend that you eat a 400 to 600 calorie like macro and micro dense meal. But if you're wanting to do this for maintaining and you want to go out with your friends and one day you're like, you know what, today I'm going to have wine and pizza, then girl, go for it. Because I did that multiple times throughout my entire time, especially in my first 30 days, and was able to still see incredible results. What I love even more so about this is, you guys, we have so many products. And not only that, we just recently aligned with a company called Zija, which has brought even more products that we didn't even have before. Now we have like deodorants and toothpaste and so many incredible things that I was like, yes, I'm slowly trying to nick away at what I'm finding has been so toxic and harmful in so many different aspects of the foods and the products that I'm using. So I'm so thankful that we're here for that. We have brain and sleep support, which I actually just ordered in my recent pack, and I am so excited to learn about what that's going to do for my body personally. Organic greens, which are, first of all, so tasty. At first, I was super nervous because every other green I've ever had from any other company have tasted disgusting, and I felt like a legit rabbit, like eating them or drinking them or whatever. But these are so delicious. Sometimes I mix these with ice cold water in my Ionic Supreme with some lime or lemon juice, and y'all, oh my god. Secondly, our energy. First of all, I'm drinking our coffee right now. Sometimes I mix it in with my shake. Our Bia, I have one every single day. The e-shot, I used to be obsessed with 5-hour energy. I'll be the first to tell you, when I was at the place that I was not able to keep going, I would just shoot a 5-hour energy. And the the come down from those that I got created irritability. It made me more lethargic. I would go into like some sort of depression, like this brain fog or a dark cloud would enter over me whenever it was coming down. And I realized I was coming down from all the sugars and all the synthetic crap that is in those products. And since like slowly rebuilding my adrenals and so many things that were lacking for so long and utilizing pure like nutritious products, my body has thanked me. I will say that in my 7 months of doing this program, I did not work out one time. I am a recovering gym, my relationship with the gym. So I did just purchase the AMP products and I'm super pumped to get started on those to see what adding working out has like can also incorporate into this. But my boyfriend is a huge into cycling and he actually recently started the AMP products. And he, first of all, because of the repair, he has been able to work out more where he's not as sore. Secondly, because of the nitro, he has been able to PR every single ride that he had this past week. He has gotten a new personal record for time, speed, or whatever it may be that he was working on. He's been able to advance in those. And he actually texted or called me last night after his ride, and he was like, okay, whatever's in this stuff is this legit the best thing ever. Because he was a little bit of a skeptic at first, but he's like, I can't wait to tell everyone about this because I am seeing so much progress, which is awesome. And then, like I was mentioning before, we have so many snacks, mini meals are so many opportunities for incredible lifestyle with this. So a few frequently asked questions. Do I get to eat real food while I stay full? Like we talked about before, yes, you get to eat real food. I could never give away pizza. Even though I'm celiac, I have found what works for me with some cauliflower crust, and I cannot give that away. Will I stay full? Yes, my stepdad does this program. He's about 220 pounds, 6'3". He has one for breakfast, and he actually stays full until lunchtime, sometimes even 1 or 2 o'clock. So they are super nutrient, micro and macro dense that they keep when your body's hungry, you're hungry for nutrients. You're not hungry for calories. So being able to change that paradigm shift in your mind too is such a valuable thing that this system has offered me. What does the cleanse day look like? First of all, we do them a lot as a company on Wednesdays. There's so much like value there as doing it as a team. It's really super simple though. You're really just giving your body a day to just break down and rest from what its normal activity is. What do I eat for dinner or snacks? Again, that's totally up to you and what your personal goals are. For dinner, you can either go with a 400 to 600 calorie dense meal, or you can go all out and go out to eat and enjoy an incredible night out. What if I don't need to lose weight? So this is an incredible opportunity for those who actually are wanting to gain weight as well. Because again, whether you are like Sydney, who we were talking about, who was a fitness professional, her goal wasn't necessarily to lose weight. Her goal was that she was nutrient deficient. So being able to fuel your body with the things that it actually needs is probably something far none that a lot of other places can't provide. What do you add to the shake? Like I said, my first 30 days, I literally just added water and ice, and it doesn't need anything else. Like oftentimes you have shakes, and you're like, oh, mix this with milk, mix this with spinach and frozen vegetables and frozen fruits and whatever. This doesn't need anything. It already has everything that you need, but it comes in powder form. So blending it with ice and water is literally all you need to do. Do I have to do this forever? Absolutely not. But if you have something that makes you feel like the sun and the stars and everything in between, why would you ever want to stop? I know for me, I'm never going to not have a shake every single day because I know how incredible it makes me feel. What if my husband or boyfriend wants to do it? 100% that's going to happen. That's exactly what I was saying with my boyfriend. We're long distance right now. I'm in Florida. He's in Arkansas. And he has even seen a change in my mood, my emotions, my stability alongside everything that's happened physical for me. So he's been like, okay, I want to try this stuff. I'm a believer now. So what's great about that is you can make money off of him starting it too. Do I have to work out? Like I said, I have not worked out until this week. This is the first week that I've actually gone to the gym, worked out, done cardio, anything like that. So no, you don't. But obviously your results are going to always increase as you're moving your body. Is it expensive? This is the question that I always ask people is what does expensive mean to you? Because our meals break down to about $3 to $3.50 a meal, and they are so packed with nutrients. They keep you full. They help you feel incredible. And first of all, $3.50 is not that much comparative as you couldn't even go to the dollar menu at McDonald's and get 4 items or 3 items for that same price. So to me, it depends on how much your health is worth to you. How much is your future worth to you? How much do you want to be able to give back to your future children and to your family and all that different stuff? What if I don't like it? Like I mentioned, you do have a full 30-day money back guarantee where if you do not like this, you do not have to continue it forever. I think that our return rate is like less than 1% company wide because people that put this in their body, they immediately become addicted. They immediately become, I want more of this stuff, and they jump on that the bandwagon. So another thing is a lot of people know that Isagenix is a network marketing company, and they ask, do I have to sell this stuff? You do not have to sell this stuff. I know for me personally, when I started seeing my results, I just wanted to shout them from the rooftop because I knew how amazing I felt and I wanted everyone else to feel that way. You don't have to sell this stuff, but Dana is going to talk about how you can grab 2 friends and how you can eat for free.
I just realized I'm on mute. Now I'm off mute. Thank you. Yeah, so as Candace was saying, Isagenix doesn't spend any money on marketing, and instead we reward our customers through word of mouth referrals, which when you're getting great results, when you're having increased energy, naturally people are going to ask you. I know for me, I became like my own walking billboard, and people were constantly asking me, hey, something about you has changed. What are you doing? I noticed you've released some weight. You got a lot of, muscle mass is coming in. What are you doing differently? But the number one thing I get compliments on is my energy, the glow and the energy. And so what a blessing to be able to share something that has supported me and helped me. And then also be able to be rewarded with really, it's a referral, which you're going to refer people anyways. Like, oh girl, where'd you get those jeans from? And you're sending the website over to your friends. You're letting them know who did your lashes, where you got your nails done. Let me hook you up with my nail girl. And this isn't any different. And for the guys in the gym, you're getting results. You're looking great. And people see you putting your powder in your drink. They're going to ask you, right? So this can be really empowering way to not only support other people on their journey and to give back. Like for me, it's a giving back. Like I've been so blessed and gifted by Isagenix that it becomes very natural to share. And there's a lot of people out there who are struggling with their health and their wellness, and you could really be that for someone. And the thing is that you don't have to know everything. I know Candace did a great job of going over all of the products. I have been with the company for 4 years, so I could certainly speak into the products and the experience, but you have a team that is going to support you with that. So I think that, similar to with a product experience, people are always like, what can I eat? What can I eat? They want to know where that gap is. And when it comes to sharing, you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to be the expert. And if you took the first steps to have your own transformation, in a lot of ways, you are the expert and you're learning. So you get to leverage team. You don't have to do it alone. So as Candace was saying, it's very simple. I'm going to kind of draw this out for you. You're going to see these little circles pop up, and those circles are going to represent people. So let's say we'll take Candace, for example. Candace starts on her 30-day system. She has amazing results. And her friend, Jill and Sarah, are asking her, girl, what is going on? What are you doing? And Candace is more than happy to share with her girlfriends. So we have them over here. We've got Sarah and we've got Jill right here. So when Candace shares Isagenix with Sarah, what happens is she gets a $100 referral bonus. So it's $100 right there for sharing with Sarah. When she shares with Jill, she gets another $100 referral bonus. How awesome is that? I know the last time that I shared with my nail girl, I got no referral bonus. Right? And if so, it's like $5 off your next service. So you should get $100 back. Now, if she shares with Sarah and Jill within the same week, and we consider a week from Sunday to Sunday, then what Isagenix so generously does is they double the amount of bonus that you get back. So it actually becomes $200 for sharing with Sarah and $200 for sharing with Jill. So that gives us a total of $400, but it doesn't stop there. So Isagenix is going to reward Candace for becoming what's called a consultant, because she has supported 2 people in getting started on their journey. So Isagenix gives you or her a bonus of $150. So right off the bat, that's $550 that you are receiving back from the company by helping people get healthy. That's amazing. Really, really, truly amazing. And right there, you've got your products paid for. So the initial investment, just about the initial investment that you would be putting into your own health and wellness, if you were to get started on what's called our value pack, which is the most robust pack, you would be receiving that money back and getting your friends started on their journey. And just like anything else, it becomes really contagious, especially when you're in the vibe of optimal health and wellness. People can sense that energy. So when Jill and Sarah get great results, they then have the opportunity to share as well. And that creates what's called residual income for you. So as they begin to share and as they order products in their back office, Isagenix is going to continue to compensate you. So you're getting paid not only off of the referral, but you're also getting paid off of their orders, which is your residual income. And then the third pillar is that you get those bonuses. So Isagenix has strategically built those throughout the way so that you're getting extra compensation. So really 3 different ways to get paid through Isagenix.
I love that. I think it's so great whenever you pour it out like this too. It just shows, because I think a lot of people are like, do I have to sell this stuff? It's like, no, but if you're sharing your story, and to your point, the last time someone was like, hey girl, where do you get your eyebrows done? Where do you get your nails done? I didn't get jack diddly squat when I told them I used Suzanne down at, Nail Tech. They were like, thank you. If anything, they didn't even tell me, because they might have just gone and didn't even tell them that I referred them. So the fact that we get compensated in such a huge way, and like I put on the screen kind of like the steps from you starting, then you sharing with 2 people, and them sharing with 2 people, how you have the opportunity of making like $950 to $1,000. When I think about what $1,000 would do for me right now, and that the fact that I am in control of making that money, I can't go out to my job and be like, you know what, I really want a new pair of shoes. Can you give me a raise? Like, that's not something I can do. But with this, the way that this pay structure is, if there's something I need, if there's something I desire, I can go out and put in extra work and then receive that money based off of the time and the energy that I put into it. And for me, I love that I am in control of how much money I'm getting, other than getting paid by an hourly rate that some corporation decides that I deserve. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I remember one day I was doing, like a back-to-back discovery call, right? And with that compensation plan, it was $500 in what, like 2 hours of my time, not even.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I think the breakdown of a millionaire is they make $500 an hour. So there you go. That's even better.
There you go.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for your time, for being able to invest in the women that are here, that are going to watch this later. For me, because I always love watching these back too, and just learning new things every time that I do this, every Thursday. So thank you for being vulnerable, for sharing your story, and for truly showing up. I appreciate you. If any of you guys have any questions, both mine and Dana's Instagram is here. Reach out to us if you have anything personal to share. And other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday.
Thank you, Candace. It was a pleasure.